and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton, and today we are going to tell you about a great new fall festival that our Parks and Rec department has in store for you. My guest is Sunny Deming from Parks and Rec. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
And you're sort of a new face to our viewers, so it's good to introduce you too. We have always had kind of a smattering of fall festivals here throughout some of our parks. And this year, you guys are putting everything together into one really big, nice celebration.
Right. Years ago at Bluebird Gap Farm, there was an event called Country Comebacks that was fairly popular. And we've had the Poochapalooza at Ridgeway Park, and then there was a Spooktacular at Mill Point, and a lot of smaller events. So we decided this year, with the various improvements they've made at Bluebird Gap Farm, and of course the animals, they're always a good attraction. So we've decided to make it take things up a notch is what we were trying to do.
Yeah, it's nice, and it just feels like fall at Bluebird Gap. They're better at that. There's a lot of trees around. You've got hay. I mean, it's a good environment, right?
Right. A barn setting is always great for fall, and it's there are 60 acres out there, and so there's a lot of room for.
I haven't been back in the back acreage. I know the hay rides go back there, right?
Right, and especially now we wanted to sort of kick off the kayak feature that they're going to be adding at Bluebird. We are having foggy kayak rides for this event.
It was foggy today. It might be real
we might not have to worry about the machine, right? Yeah. And so that feature, and then the different improvements they've made in the park are great. We wanted to put eyes on it. People who had been to the park years ago and haven't been back, they've made a lot of improvements, and what we're seeing are traditions. People who went as a child, myself included, and now can take their children, grandchildren to experience it, in a new way.
Well, I know because we do citizen satisfaction surveys, and we talk to citizens about, during the really bad budget years, what if we cut something? And Bluebird Gap is probably the most beloved place in the city. And so it's nice. A lot of people don't go unless they have little kids. They don't know about, the Master Gardener Garden or some of the back acreage or some of the other things you can do there. So when is your fall festival?
It's October 21st, 22nd, and 23rd.
Now that's unusual right there to do it over 3 days. That's kind of exciting.
Well, it's the Friday is a good time to bring the younger children when the older kids are in school, and it's a nice. A 3-day festival gives people more opportunity to experience it, with different work schedules and all.
So what's going to be there? Tell us some of the activities or vendors that you're going to have.
Well, when you mentioned also for people who don't have kids, we do have a couple of attractions that might be nice if you don't have kids too. It's a good experience, for younger single people to come out. We have a trebuchet for pumpkin chunkin'.
What is that?
It's a big apparatus, like a sling.
Okay,
and
like the medieval
put the pumpkin,
sort of.
Exactly,
Gotcha.
Right. So we'll be doing pumpkin chunkin'. There will be craft beer, wine available.
Now we're talking.
Food vendors. Smoked sausages, barbecue, funnel cakes, cotton candy, roasted corn. They'll be roasting corn right there on site.
Now I'm hungry.
Right. And we will have pumpkin bowling, pumpkin mini golf.
That sounds like fun.
There's a pumpkin patch. You can buy the pumpkins. And rather inexpensively, and then the kids can go and find them in wagons and wheelbarrows that we'll have there. They can pick out their pumpkin, they can take it over and weigh the pumpkin, give it a birth certificate, give it a name, put the weight on the birth certificate, and then they can, there will be supplies there to decorate their pumpkin, give it a face, and take it with them. There are 4 or 5 different craft stations, live entertainment. There will be, we have a couple of different features. The Great Zucchini will be there. The
Afraid to ask, Sunny, what is the Great Zucchini?
He's a novelty act he has a following out of the D.C. area. And then Curtis Blues, who plays a variety of old and new guitars, and a blues act among many novelty performers. And then we have a separate storytelling hut with professional storytellers who will be entertaining the children. So, and there's live, both the storytelling hut and the entertainment on stage concurrently. So there's, plenty going on different times throughout the day. There's a Tiny Tots area for ages 1 to 3.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a little farming area. We have fake vegetables for them to harvest and little farming tools and rakes and such. So they'll have a good time there. And there are multiple craft stations, and of course there are over 150 domestic and wild animals at Bluebird already. So there's also a new imagination playground that they've installed at Bluebird, which is a pretty unusual feature for any playground. So we're excited about that as well.
So that sounds wonderful. And there really is, depending on what time of day you go, a range of activities for the very little ones and for the adult beverage crowd.
Right.
Which is great. Now, the entrance, for people who haven't been recently, the entrance to Bluebird Gap has been relocated, so it's not basically right on top of the bridge. So for safety's sake, it got moved. Parking got enlarged. Is there any overflow parking for this event? Because I'm thinking crowds.
There is. The parking lot at Bass Pro and BJ, that parking lot is primarily what we'll be using. The 105 spaces we have within the lot at Bluebird itself will be used primarily for handicap parking.
Okay.
So folks with a handicap sticker can go ahead and drive on into the Bluebird lot itself. Otherwise, we are asking that people park in the Bass Pro parking lot, and then we have fun shuttle buses on the way over. It will only take 1 to 2 minutes to get over.
Yeah, I was going to say, really you could walk if you wanted, but the shuttle bus, if it's fun, might be a good time.
And we have a crossing guard there for people who want to walk, but the fun shuttle, there will be people talking about what they can see on the way in. As guides, they can get programs and start looking at those on the way in. The shuttles are continuous, half an hour before 10 o'clock. The event is 10 to 5 each day, so we'll start running the buses at 9:30 and then finish up when the last person leaves. So.
Well, that sounds wonderful. And this is free admission, but there are some things that will cost a little bit extra once you get there, right?
Right. Admission is free. Pumpkins are extra. Food is extra. Beer and wine is extra, but everything else is free.
What a great deal. I'm excited about this. Thank you, Sunny. This sounds great.
Certainly. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you this weekend at Bluebird Gap for a festival that offers something for everyone of all ages and interests. Thanks for watching.